Good morning.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
What up, man? It's In the Booth. Happy Wednesday. It's your boy Messenja. I got the joke.
No, you're not.
Everything
Ramona
came together
Jones.
in the booth. Years later, in the studio.
We got
Real
TV
podcast with an
Nigerian.
interview. Yeah. Stop
Nigerian.
dude. Got a resume over the limousine. We got something for the kings, something for the queens. And we gotta win the team by the do the thing. Then we hit them with a bada boom, bada bing.
You know what it is when we in the booth. Speaking to the old, speaking to the youth. And no matter what, we gon' tell the truth. See time harvest, you gon' see the fruit. Put the king tank, gotta pull it from the roots. Get the blessing, get the bag, gotta get the loot. Found another with a bitch, we don't need a suit. Tell the world we the game, looking from the hoops. Let's go now. You know I deal with CantonJones and Messenja on In the Booth podcast.
So you look more like your daddy. And he got 40%. That means he's 60% Nigerian.
So like, how does that work?
I don't know. Like each child pulls differently from each parent.
That's weird.
Like I may pull more from my mom's history than my
That's why
dad.
you can look like
Well,
your mom and like your dad, you know?
I don't know. Well, Lovey look just like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't even flex. She look just like, but all of them look just like me though.
Thank you for joining us in the booth because none of that is true. Thank you for joining us.
Like me, though.
Please like, share, and subscribe to the show
A little bit.
on Facebook, YouTube, and all podcast
A
platforms,
little bit like me.
including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts.
Nah, bro.
You is,
Just look all like me,
yeah.
100%.
Oh, he look
I get
like
one,
you.
Yeah.
at least one.
That's all, Mona.
Yes, look just like me.
Nah.
Look at my baby. You look at my baby.
Oh, here you go. There goes my baby. Look at when I'm 2.5. He look just like
Me
me.
and Mona look just alike.
Yeah.
Well,
He look like
that's a
that.
whole other
Actually, when
question.
Lovey smiles, she looked like Mona.
Thank you. You get the camera for that one.
Yeah, there's a picture where they smiling side by side. I was like,
That's made up.
nah, they.
It's not made up.
I was like, dang, she be like Mona when she smiled.
See, there it
And
is.
I
right
didn't
there.
see
She smile like when she stand at a 45-degree angle on her right leg.
That's what you got to
she
do
look
for
just
yes.
like Mona.
Everything you
No,
do,
like, you gotta
you
close
gotta
your
do for
eyes for
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Once you
Like,
once you make
turn
this,
all the lights off.
Wait, when you make this face,
Yeah.
you look just like Mona. When you do like this,
Hey.
you look just like Mona.
Yeah. If
All
you
them
close your eyes,
all them
yes,
children-
look just like you.
All them children look like me.
No.
You think you came from your mama's stomach?
Okay.
Man,
Can
stop
we get
it.
started,
Yeah, everybody,
please?
but yes.
We're going to ban that statement from the
Yes,
show.
please.
You think you come from your mama, we're going to ban that statement from the show.
They look just like me
Yeah.
because of the DNA makeup.
Okay, can you
the-
please go
Look,
ahead
they
and
pulled from the Nigerian side
No.
of CantonJones of Nigeria.
Nigerian?
Now it's
You think you got
Nigerian. He's
Nigerian?
claiming it because of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm from somewhere over there.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah.
But it's a whole...
I feel like
It's more than Nigeria over there. Just so you know.
Right,
I'm
right,
from
that
over there.
part.
I'm Nigerian.
I skew Nigeria.
Yeah.
You skew?
Yeah.
Really? You
Yeah.
skew Nigerian?
If I put my blood on the petri dish, it'll come up mostly Nigerian. That's what I
Little
believe.
eyes.
That's what
If you would like to advertise or sponsor the show,
Thank you.
make sure that you go to intheboothpod@gmail.com. If you have any questions about the show, if you want to donate to the show, so we can get a big table, praise God. Yeah, just hit us up at intheboothpod@gmail.com. Yeah, so we ain't got to smell everybody's breath in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
Just make sure you hit us up, and we'll get back with you.
it's going up this
Boom, 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 boom,
Hey, it's called Jazz
Oh, y'all beats
Jokes,
sound the
baby.
same.
They just,
November 11th is going up. Tickets are $30. 18 and under, get in free. Bring your youngins, man. You don't have to find nobody to babysit this time.
I'm 18 now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And man, Alexis Spike will be in the building. Vernon Messam in the jazz court. I'm telling you, Vernon had that thing feeling like Harlem
He
Nights
did. He did.
last month. 1K peace sign from the 1K family will be there. Sean Larkin, comedian Sean Larkin, the messenger will be in the building playing these games.
And beatboxing as well.
And giveaways, huh?
He's going to be beatboxing too.
Oh,
then.
yeah. And Small Fire will be in the building, man. Very hilarious woman of God.
Where you get turntables?
And lovely Ramona Jude.
That was all for you.
Estelle.
There's no R in Estelle.
Hughes.
All right.
will be in the building, man. Y'all make sure.
Your R-rolls don't sound Hispanic. I don't know where they come from, but they don't
They're
sound.
Nigerian.
They're Nigerian.
Yeah, they're Nigerian. Yes.
Ramona, Estelle,
Right.
you.
Okay.
Youngs.
Big shout out.
All right. What are we talking about today?
All right, this is a PSA that has gone out to all the rappers out there. Need y'all to listen up on this one. Days after the death of Takeoff, the Migos, a white music director takes to social media to deliver a strong message. Most of y'all have probably seen it by now. He says that the black artists keep dying, but the record execs pushing them for music that is all about death, drugs, and sex. He says that the government and execs are using rappers as pawns in their game. So we're just gonna let y'all see the video right quick, and then we're gonna discuss and see what y'all think about it.
As in light of seeing that a rapper from Migos died, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I have a unique experience in. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this. A bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry is obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people, but they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people. You're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money, so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government, and as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. As in light of seeing...
Yeah, so...
That's real interesting.
Very interesting, very truthful. A lot of nuggets in there that he's addressing that, I've been saying on this show for a long time now.
Yeah.
That we have discussed. And it's crazy when those outside your culture see it, can assess it so accurately, break it down, and then give it back to you. Say, okay, this is the problem.
Right.
And we've been saying it the whole time.
Right.
It's like, but the thing that he hit on is like, the government wants us to be more dependent on them, and that's how they have more power over us. I thought that was a huge nugget because then you can see everything small in a bigger, you see all the assistance, you see all these things that move by way of government, and you're like, oh, okay, this just is a control issue. If I need you more, then you can control me. You can tell me, okay, I can have this then, I can't have that now, you can't do this, can't do that. Okay, before you get this, you got to do that, and it's just controlling you. And he's saying like, okay, they're just using y'all as pawns. So I think this should be a wake up to because this is taking off, and he's done a follow-up video because it blew up. It got millions and millions. Everybody, pretty much retweeted and it went viral real quick because of the truth.
Is the consensus more of they agree with him or they disagree?
It's the follow-up was that he was addressing certain things that came up from the first video, and one of them was that there was backlash, which I don't know why.
From white people?
Of course.
No, from black people. Like who are you to say?
Really?
Yeah, like who are you to know what we yada yada?
That don't even make
like
sense.
You speaking from outside. Like, nah, bro. Nah.
So
I mean,
they're
you're looking at the
denial,
numbers.
basically.
You're looking at the numbers, and I mean, it's really easy for any race to see what's
that,
happening.
Yeah.
He's saying that if execs are not dying, but you are. Like, who's going to struggle to see that?
Yeah, like why would you get mad? See, that's what people get mad at truth.
Yeah.
Like you get like this is like somebody's just gonna tell you, hey bro, you got a booger in your nose. Man, who are you to tell me you got a no, bro? You got. I'm just trying to help you. You got a booger in your nose, bro. And so people get mad at truth. They get offended at truth, and people don't want to change.
That's what it is.
And that's the main thing that people don't want to change. They don't want change until the negativity affects them. As soon as somebody in your family get killed, like, listen, somebody speak up. But before that, it was no snitching.
Yeah.
And so I think it's very interesting.
Or free Pookie,
Right.
Yeah, he done killed somebody. Free him for what?
Like he's supposed to be in jail, right?
That's the consequence for murder.
Right. And so, I mean, I think when he's saying that there's a plan and a plot, it might be, but we have more control. I mean, they're not writing your lyrics. They might. The Bible says, "I set before you life, death, blessings, curses. Choose." And so everything is a choice in life. And sometimes the quicker, the faster way is always presented before you. It's amazing that everybody instantly want to sell dope. Like, it's just like there's a lot of other illegal things, but it's like drug dealing, that's the one that's glorified, robbing, certain things that's glorified. And it's like in other cultures, they have other illegal things that they do.
But at least they have options.
And at least it don't have nothing to do with taking people's lives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's weird. But I mean, the when you go shopping or when you go let me stick with shopping. It's all death on the shirts, on the sweaters,
on the music that's
in
playing
our
in the
culture.
play in the
in
store.
our culture. You go
Not a Gap.
Right.
Not a Gap. Right.
Yeah. Or American Eagle.
And the places, right.
Yeah.
Right. Or Forever 21. Not even Forever 21.
Yeah.
No
Forever 21. No H&M. None of that.
But when you go into the store,
Manhattans
that
Okay, we got it.
for us,
Yeah.
got it.
Trend.
DTLR.
DTLR.
It's nothing but death. All the statements are negative. All the statements.
The culture that we speak in hip hop.
But the thing about it is, still it's run by money. If people stop buying it,
Yep.
then they'll easily get it off the shelf. It'll be good vibes. It'll be praise the Lord if that's selling.
If it's selling,
whatever it
yeah.
is. And so the thing about it is, but they're not giving us any choices on the shelves. And so a kid that want a shirt, new clothes, they're giving him only death. Skeletons.
Right.
They're giving you only death. They're putting that death energy around us all the time.
But that energy is being thrust by the music.
Of course.
So when they in music, like Pop It, this, that, and then you see a shirt by Pop It, or I'm getting money, then you see a shirt getting money with gold teeth, with a little, what I'm saying, a little dude on there with gold teeth, and flashing money, throwing money in. This stuff, these visuals are coming from the music, and I think what the guy is saying in this actual video is that y'all are being used.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, understand, that's my whole point of showing this video to everybody, is understand that there is a bigger game going on than, I sold some records, I got out the hood.
Right.
Stop looking at that as the good thing.
Right.
And look at the collateral damage.
Right.
For you to get out the hood, how many people had to die? For you to get out the hood, how many people had to regress? How many communities had to regress? So I think this is a collateral damage thing versus, I came up, I'm out the hood.
Yeah.
And that's what they call it, the rat race.
And to me, we have the power to change it. This is one of the things I said in one of our other shows, because people are going to say, all right, well then, if we can't do rap, or we can't tell you what's going on in the hood, or we can't express ourselves, what do we do?
Right.
And so...
but that's the lie, though.
Yeah, that is the lie. That is very reason why. That is why I'm saying, who told you that? That's why I'm preaching that.
Pharrell "Happy" was one of the biggest songs of the year.
Right.
Yes.
He had everybody smiling. People in the hood, I'm so happy. I'm like, bro, like you can create whatever you want to create. You're a creator.
Right.
A creator is not boxed into anything.
Right.
A creator says, I can go wherever I want to go, and I can take you with me.
Right.
That's the power of a creator.
Right. And religion, which is repetition, sees something and want to do it not based off of your desire to want to do that craft, but because of the money that you saw that made. And that's simply what it is. It's the money. It's the money. It's the, man, this guy rapped about this. He made a lot of money. I want to rap about that.
Right.
And one of the points that the guy made is like, some of these guys don't even live the lifestyle that they're perpetuating in the video.
They got good families. They come from good homes. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Like, man,
other show,
some of these guys, moms and dads are pastors.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Like pastors, reverend.
Pastor Troy dad is a pastor.
What's my man name? The gay rapper.
Look, Nas X.
Nas X dad is a gospel rapper in the church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so these are, people that came from church backgrounds, but sometimes they take on...
that's the pawning that he's talking about.
And people get around them and pressure them to do certain things for money or for the look. Or, man, if you do this, you're going to... It's the same offer that Satan gave Jesus in the garden, in the wilderness. Man, if you bow down to me, man, I give you all the kingdoms of the world. It's like, hold on,
That's why you can't serve God and Mammon. Mammon is going to say, okay, here's the deal.
Right.
Here's an opportunity. You can have this if you do this.
Right.
If you take it, then that becomes your God.
Right.
Because God can say, don't do that. And you're going to say, well, I'm going to do it anyway. I can get money.
Right.
And then Mammon would say, okay, just thank God. And then everything is clear, when actually the devotion goes to Mammon.
Yeah.
The life goes to Mammon. The sacrifice goes to Mammon. The knee bowing goes to Mammon. So you can go... That people think that, this thing we got to get away from. If I make money, God orchestrated it.
Right.
That's not true. You can make so much money outside of the influence of God.
Yeah.
The leaders, when Jesus died, told the centurion soldiers that saw the resurrection, or saw Jesus gone, saw an empty tomb, they said they paid them large sums of money to lie.
Yeah.
So the lie is funded.
Yeah.
Satan will fund a lie with large sums of money. Yep. When large sums of money show up, don't always equate that, oh, God blessed me.
Yeah.
Satan is the father of lies, and he pays child support.
And here's why the kingdom has to have the same motivation to fund the kingdom out of their own pockets. Because there are certain people that only want to complain and don't make any moves. And that is so much of our culture. Everybody knows what to do. But won't nobody do it. Everybody knows, especially church, we are strong, man. The church is strong. Like, we outnumber a lot of organizations.
And we make up a good part of the audience, too. You don't think the black church is streaming?
You're right.
Absolutely.
You're right.
All this violent
every concert.
They had the birthday bands.
They had the birthday band. They had all of it. They had the tours, the No Limit tour come. Over half of them people in there gonna be at church tomorrow.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So because this the thing.
We saw your mother.
Yeah,
we saw.
But this
dropping it like it's
Caucasian brother did not bring a solution. He brought a challenge.
Yeah.
He said, "That's different.
Yeah.
Like, here's a solution. You can take it or not." He's like, a challenge.
Yeah.
Is like, that's what we do. Like, when you challenge us, we respond. Like Bill Cosby in the tap dancer was like, the challenge.
Oh, yeah.
And he was tired, but he was just still like we're not gonna back down to a challenge. That's why I like the approach he took it.
Yeah.
Instead of like, here's a solution. No, here's a challenge.
Yeah.
Try this And don't do that because you're playing in this game. And I feel
now
like
you got to jump in. You can't just. I know you got a lot on your mind, but you
just ad-libbing.
You got to jump. And here you just got to and you just got to get in.
I'm a processor. I'm a thinker, so I'm listening to what y'all saying. I think it's a multi-layered situation, in my opinion. When you brought up that's all that they're offering, like when it comes to the shirts and things like that, you don't have to wear it.
Right.
Who says that you have to wear that, or you have to shop at those particular stores? You don't have to do that. You don't have to give what they're feeding to you. It's so many other markets that we can go to, but we choose to stick to this one lane.
Right.
That's a problem. I think another thing is that we have to get out of this mindset that we do have. Like we have to renew our mind, and we have to really figure out like how we can have more people in position of power, like kingdom people in position of power.
Right.
Because when you have these people, record execs or whatever, any white people, Caucasian people, whatever, they come to you, you think you done made it now.
Yeah.
Like, this is my way out because they can fund what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah.
But if we have somebody that, like, knows our experience, knows what we've been through, and is not victimized by the mentality and can actually help us out of it, I think it'll be different.
Yeah. But
we're not
that's,
really feared
that's
like
only
that.
going to be kingdom people.
Yeah.
And kingdom people can't walk in fear of what other people are going to say when they make certain moves.
Yeah, or sell out and just fall victim to money. By the money.
So if God is showing me, he's showing me, man, this is what happens when you don't worship with your kids. Mm-hmm. Like he showed me he said you're going to lose. One, you're gonna lose your boys. That free life. That's what the first thing he told me. You're gonna lose your boys. Like, what do you mean I'm gonna lose my boys?
Wow.
It's like you're gonna lose them.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand, but I started. I was like, all right, I'm gonna start. I ain't gonna lose my boys. I'm gonna start free life, and then I understood through the process of doing free life that man, church pushes them out. Mm-hmm. The culture of it pushes them out. It starts by if they can't get on the drums or the keyboard because they want to do something, be active, then they told to hush and shut up, and somebody pop their leg and you get pinched in church. You ever got pinched in church? Man, my auntie, my auntie do. Yeah. And you can't scream. You're like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Pop me.
Yeah.
Don't pinch me.
Man, I hate pinching, but I used to get pinched and all of that type of stuff to just tell you to shut up, and then everything.
You can't wear your clothes and you can't do any of that.
And everything in the neighborhood say, man, be loud, do your thing, run fast, rap loud, do everything loud. So it's like, man, the streets love me more than the church does. And so the culture of it pushes them out until, I was like, well, man, we're going to worship together. Y'all be loud in the church. Y'all DJ in the church. Y'all make beats in the church. Y'all rap in the church. Y'all, let's do everything we do for God in the culture that y'all like. Let's do it for God. And so I understood, because that's all the world is offering you. They're offering you to do something that you like to do.
Yeah.
Just do it for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just do it for Satan. I see you like to rap. I see you like to play football. I see you like to. It's something that you naturally like to do that they're funding to do for the kingdom of darkness. Yeah. But it's like, okay, well, when I was trying to rap at church, they wouldn't allow me. So a lot of our culture, a lot of things that we can change. Yeah. And we're not. It's because it's this excuse that white people won't change, or they won't allow us, or they won't let us. And it's like, we have the power.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of us can do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, you learn
really
it quick, boy.
Like, we really can.
She coming out.
There you go. Quick. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
That's how you gonna get. That's the only way you
You was on your feet. Go ahead.
No, we can. I feel like we can do it ourselves.
Yeah.
We really can. Like, we live in a world of like social media where you can literally do it yourself.
Yeah. I mean,
learn, get the education. You build your team. You pray for your team, and you can do it yourself.
Yeah, and they create an environment where you don't support each other, because it's one opportunity that we given. Somebody gonna have to take it, and now everybody fights for that cheese.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't create an environment. Man, something that really bothered me is when I first went to one of these real estate conventions years ago, and it was mostly it was a Caucasian event, but they were so helpful.
Yep.
They was like, yeah, man, you got
that bothered you?
Yes, because I've been to a bunch of black conventions, and I did not receive that type of Voluntary help. I didn't even ask. Yeah, well, see, what you need to do, you need to start here.
Yeah.
And, and the way to get along is, their culture is just help.
That's the culture.
Help. And they work together. I'm like, okay, so wait a minute. You making money and you want me to cut in and get money, you want me to be a competitor and we get money together? Okay, we don't do that where I'm from.
Right.
Yeah.
We I'm getting them. I got to get this money. I ain't telling nobody about this. This my hustle. This is my come up.
Yeah.
And the culture is totally different. But which is the way this system is set up and what this man is saying, it doesn't allow that.
Right.
It's a rat race.
First
one to achieve.
If they are the head of it.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you still, a man desires relationships. And so you can be me, myself,
a lot of them
and
don't know that early on.
Right.
They desire money. They think it's money.
They get the money, and then when you buy, but you still somebody got to say ooh to your car or ooh to your outfit. You got to. If not, you're gonna be rich and alone and bitter. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And so,
but I'm saying that's when you're gonna figure it out, because you're gonna chase the money for the reaction. You're not chasing the relationship, you're chasing the money.
Right.
And once you get there, it's when the epiphany is gonna come.
Right.
I should have did relationship.
Right.
I burned bridges trying to get this.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I stepped on that person, and I probably shouldn't have stepped on that person.
And you have no relationship. You got all the money in the world, and you're alone. And you feel like nobody. See, check this out, man. My man, the Migos have done so many numbers. I mean, they made history in some areas with music.
Bro, Bad and Bougie is at 1.1 billion on YouTube.
Wow. Yeah, and they made all that money, bro. But still, my man is dead at 28, bro. Yeah. And it's like, what would you give to have him back? You know what I'm saying? And now the group is no more. That all of that's over, and we didn't even make 30. Yeah. Like, it's not worth it. One, the other thing is, I know that at the time they was just trying to do the best that they could do. But the atmosphere
is
and the things that we perpetuate.
It's perpetuated. It's not. But right here next to hip hop is R&B. Bell Biv DeVoe didn't get shot at. Like R&B they come from the same neighborhood you come from.
Yeah, well,
but they don't perpetuate.
They ain't been relevant though.
But what I'm saying is, even when they were relevant,
there was no shots.
Even when they were more relevant, that they weren't perpetuating violence. What I'm saying is, the area where we're perpetuating, it's coming back to that area.
Right.
So we have to, just wake up and have logic and common sense and say, okay, let me change what we're doing here and watch everything follow or manifest differently based on how we move and what we're saying and what we're putting out, the imagery we're putting out. I believe we can get back to respecting women. Yeah,
but if the church, if we don't lead in that, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, which means you got to start with stop supporting it, church.
Or not stop supporting that, but start supporting what's out there that's good.
Yeah, but you got to stop supporting. I'm saying.
It's not about a start. It's a start. If you start supporting what's alive, if you start supporting what's alive, that's supporting life, then immediately everything about death gonna go away. If you start supporting life, I said before you, life, death.
Yeah, but you got to cut one off to do the other. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
So, but here's the thing: if you start supporting life, because here's the thing. Here's why I'm saying it like that. Because there's people that say, well, I don't subscribe to any of it. I think it's all the devil. I don't buy bad rap. I don't buy good
those
rap.
People are
all
liars.
Rap is for the devil.
Those are liars.
No, what I'm saying, there are people that say that what we do is not of God.
Right.
And so by not supporting us, you automatically support something else because these kids are in your neighborhood. So I'm just saying, just support kingdom. Just support. If you are a kingdom citizen, support kingdom. Help me, Mom.
I think he's saying if you go to a Lecrae concert, then make sure you're not going to somebody else. You know,
Lil Uzi verse.
At the same time.
If the kid,
we can choke it. if because it's about money.
Yeah, you can choke.
You can choke if for me the challenge should bleed from the rappers to the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't stop at the rap. I'm talking to the community too. I'm talking to us. I think this challenge should go to us too, seeing the game, understanding the game, and be like, you know what? I get it. I've been saying it, or somebody been saying it, but we really see it right now.
But there are people that do stop the violent stuff. They do all of that stuff.
Yeah, but they don't get the support as somebody who does violent music and then come back and do a turkey giveaway, a book bag giveaway.
True.
Everybody come to that.
True.
Because if you're getting it, but you're not all the way getting it. It is not, and I hate to say it like this. It ain't the. Okay, in high school, we had a saying. The finest girl in the room is the new girl. You know, you had somebody that was fine, but then if the new girl comes, she the finest girl in the room. You know, not if she, you know, but if she comparable. And here's why.
Like, is that automatic?
And here's why. You know what I mean?
It been some new ones that we had kept looking at the old ones.
But the new girl got the attention. And it's not necessarily that everybody said, don't pay attention to her. It was just they brought something else that everybody paid attention to. And it's so, because the more you say don't to this world, it makes you want to go do it. All right? So don't support bad rap. It's saying go support bad rap. Or don't, man, stay away from
Well, then you can't say support it. Okay,
no,
so
what you
it.
say is this is the thing. You gotta make somebody hot. Support Sky Blue. Support Not My Own. Man, this is the hottest thing. Don't say what's not, because that comes off super lame when we say don't support something. It does. It just says, man, don't buy the new Migos. Man, my kid gonna be, man, Daddy, can I get the new Migos? That's not it.
I don't care about that either.
But you gotta make something hot. We gotta make something hot. We gotta say, hey, 1K Few is it, Lecrae is it, Andy Mineo is it. We gotta say what is instead of saying what's not, because that's what we've been doing. Saying, man, all the way back to Tupac. Don't y'all out there listening to Tupac and B.G. Smalls? Yeah, and then and the preachers trying to say something and they wasn't relevant, but it made us church boys want to go listen to it. Tell me not. Yes. So
but there was no alternative.
Yeah,
back
they had
then.
back then.
Yeah, so
yes, they did. Yes, they did have alternatives.
No, they did.
This is what CantonJones did for me. This is what CantonJones did. He went and bought Gospel Gangsters. He went and bought me A1 Swift.
We had the beatbox.
I'm telling you what my daddy did.
Yeah.
He went and bought me because he understood when I was 12, 13 what was happening. You know, he caught me rapping.
So
he caught me rapping. Look at it. He caught me rapping on something, saying some stuff, and you know, he went and bought Christian rap, gospel rap for me. All right, he bought all of that stuff. He bought a bunch of. We had tapes back then. He bought a bunch of tapes because he understood what I liked, and he started to not to try to tell me what's not. He never told me who not to mess with. That church people did, but not Daddy. Daddy bought me what was relevant at the time in the culture. And so I was like, okay, now I get it. I didn't understand it then, but I listened to it. I loved it. I'm about to do a song with one of the guys that's in Gospel Gangsters. And that's legendary to me because my daddy brought me that music so long ago. So there's a way that we can promote. Yeah. What I'm saying is, you could have, because the people that's in the church could have promoted something good. But by telling you not to do it, but they telling you not to do it.
We didn't have that available, is what I'm saying.
You didn't, your dad, or what I'm trying to tell you is, I didn't know about Gospel Gangsters until my daddy, until the parents, until the leaders went and researched and bought the stuff that was relevant for me. You didn't have it, you didn't know because you was a kid. You ain't had no car, you ain't had no money. But the people that's over you could have done the research and made it happen. I found out about
Gospel Gangsters after we was already rapping, is what I'm saying.
What I'm trying to tell you is they was there 10 years before that, though. Yeah. So you should have known. And you should have known, because they didn't have that. First of all, 10 years before that, they did not have the outlet for me to know. Well, then how my daddy got it?
Your daddy didn't. When did your dad give it to you?
Christian bookstore. He got it from the Christian bookstore and got it to me.
What year?
I was like 12, 13.
Okay, you know when we started rapping?
I don't know.
Okay, I was 13 years old when I started rapping.
So how old are you now?
Yeah, I'm the same age as you. One year behind you.
You ain't the same age.
I'm 1 year behind you.
So what I'm saying is, it was available at that time for you too. And just because you didn't know it, that means there are people that has to get it to you. The same thing that I'm saying right now. Now, who was rapping back in your day? Name any influences of you rapping back then.
Influences on which side? Kingdom?
Either side.
Bro, Outkast, Pac, Biggie, Wu-Tang.
All right, how many of them gospels? How about
Fugees,
name some gospel ones?
But you know what?
Wait. No,
you said name.
Name some gospel.
I'm not for tell you how they came. They was on the radio. They was on every.
No,
station,
I'm saying name some. I know how they came.
Okay, but let me explain the
But
dynamic.
you ain't had no car.
Yeah, but let me explain. But
So
you know
who
what we had Walkmans on the way to the football game and on the way from the track meet. So guess what they were playing? R. Kelly 12 play came out.
Right.
They play number 4.
Right.
Play number
Now,
10.
My daddy knew all that was happening, and he went and got gospel gang.
So he's saying it's the responsibility of the kingdom to go out there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But what I'm saying
we
is,
can't keep saying, and you're a church boy.
No, but what
you
I'm saying
can't
is,
keep saying,
I'm saying,
we want the
there is
world to change. The world ain't gonna change.
But what
the kingdom has to do
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I said the challenge. I said the church. There's a challenge. I said the challenge should bleed from the rappers to the people.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Church. You ain't say nothing about church.
I said that. I said the challenge that he made has to bleed from the rapper to the people. So the challenge just don't need to go to the rapper that they're just pawns and this is a game. The whole church, the whole community needs to see that too, so that our decisions on what we are doing and what we are supporting can shift. If you don't see that, then they probably ain't gonna shift anyway.
They're not gonna shift.
Okay, then that's what I'm saying.
So what I'm
see
saying
the game, see the challenge,
so since they're
and
not gonna
let
shift,
the challenge
since
bleed.
they're not gonna shift,
but still let the challenge.
Since they're not gonna
that's
shift,
what I said. Let
then
the
what do we
challenge
do?
bleed.
What do we do now?
Bruh, I said the first thing I'm gonna say is let the challenge bleed from the rapper to the community.
Not gonna happen.
Let y'all see.
Because leaders are what dictate this world.
Okay, that's part of the community. Okay, but
so
that's part of the community.
If the rappers ain't gonna
is that not part
you're
of the community?
basically saying
is the leader not part of the community?
So you saying change the rappers?
The rappers
No,
are
I'm
the
saying
leaders. The rappers are the
he made a
leaders.
challenge to the rapper.
Right.
I said let the responsibility
Yes, but
come
if they
past
don't
the
have
rapper.
the
All the
influence from
responsibility
parents,
should come from the rappers.
Yeah, it should come from the rappers. It should come from the
the
leaders. It should come from the manager of the rapper, the doggone directors of the music
So
video.
what is the church
We don't
doing
need to
right
put
now?
that. We don't need to do that. You know,
It
needs to go past the rapper.
You are very right.
Let's
but that's been there for years.
Okay.
And it has not happened.
Okay, so that's why
now
it's a challenge.
So what?
Okay, so that's why I said let the challenge. Okay.
I don't accept your challenge.
Okay, well then don't accept
I'm
it.
gonna keep
That's
making
what,
that money.
Okay, well then I said
Now
that's why
what
I
you do?
said let the challenge come.
It ain't gonna happen.
What? It ain't gonna happen anyway. Then
it's gonna happen.
If you can't tell
if
people,
the kingdom do
if you can't tell, okay, well then that's part of coming past the rappers.
No,
everybody in the kingdom is coming.
No, it's not, because for one,
everybody outside the rapper, the kingdom is a part of that. That's what I'm saying. It has to come past the rapper.
The kingdom has to be the rapper.
Okay,
that's my point.
Okay,
you got to get in
that's still okay. That's still a rapper.
That's not past the rapper. That is the rapper.
Okay, that's still a rapper.
No,
the challenge is to the rapper.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but then let it come past the rapper too.
With us,
that includes everybody.
With us as in kingdom, have to take on the responsibility to say, hey man, this is the guy. This is what you need to be listening to. I don't tell my kids what not to listen to. I just tell them what to listen to.
Oh, I tell them. I hear something like, no, you can't turn it off.
I might tell them why. But there are certain things I need them to navigate, because I can easily just say, well, they would have told us with the internet. No, the internet from the devil, the metaverse
Give
from
me
the
your
devil.
phone. You
Give
can't
me your
listen to
phone
nothing on it. Yeah.
And that ain't gonna do nothing but make them want to do it
even more.
So what I'm teaching them how to do is navigate in there. You got to find God in that type of stuff. Yeah. You don't want to listen to this.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell them what not to listen to. What you looking for.
But I also tell them.
I'm gonna tell them what to turn off,
because we were always told what not to do.
Yeah.
You know, don't be having sex, which is so unbiblical. But they used to tell us, don't be having sex. And so what that does is, okay, well, why am I getting these urges? Why am I having these issues? And why am I having these feelings? And no, you got to biblically tell me what sex is for, when it's to be used, and what don't. Just because I said don't be having sex heterosexual, don't mean that you can have a homosexual relationship.
So are you saying that
I need to make it clear that all type of sexual contact outside of the confines of a heterosexual marriage is not of God. I have to explain it. So therefore, I'd like to just tell you what it is, baby. you know, son, get you one girl, you know, when you get married, blah 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 blah. You know, pick your woman. You know, yeah, have your relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend. You know, y'all have somebody to be with. Don't. And I tell them, yeah, what you can do. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Yeah. So I try to tell them what they can do.
But that's part of the formula. I'm gonna tell them what not to do too.
Right. But
okay, but you're saying like, oh, I don't never tell them what not to do.
I'm not saying that. That's the thing. You're an extremist.
No, you just said that. You said, did he not just say?
I'm not saying
I don't say what not to do. I tell what to do.
I'm saying more so. I try to tell them.
But I'm just saying you just said that.
Okay, I could do well. Okay, I do both.
Okay, thank you. That's all you gotta say.
But what I'm saying,
that's all you gotta say. You just say I do both.
But what my dad did at the time, he did not tell me what not to listen to. Now I must tell you, because he saw I was very musical. I love music, all types of music. He did not tell me what not to listen to.
My dad did.
He gave me gospel gangsters. He gave me like a lot of gospel music to listen to. And then our family. Now my mama, of course, is different.
Yeah.
Don't be listening to nothing, you know, all of that type of stuff. She did, and we listened to only gospel music. We listened to the Winans Commission. You know,
it wasn't
but I saw what my dad saw. He said, "Man, let me give him what to listen to," because even though we don't like rap like that, my mama didn't like rap. My daddy wasn't no rap. We quartet, but for some reason I was like, man, I love this rap music, you know. And then he started giving me what to listen to, and so and then at the time when it was a challenge for us in church, when I felt like they wouldn't let us rap anymore, I got too old. Now they want me to be in the adult ministry. When I rededicated my life, I expected to do nothing that I love musically. I was willing to just join the choir.
Yep, and that's it.
I joined the choir, I put on a robe, and I was getting ready to be whatever God wanted, because I wanted God so bad at that point. But I did not see what I'm doing now, what y'all was doing. I love what y'all was doing, but I didn't think that they would, because I never seen y'all doing it in Sunday morning service. I never seen y'all doing it. And I saw it's always got to be, we got to drive 2 hours to do a show, or we got to do. It was not it wasn't accepted. Yeah. And so I always, and it's still not. It's still not. Which is, but it's accepted in Free Life anyway. But when I got to rededicate, I gave up. I really did. I gave up on music. I was done. We had just had that incident. We got robbed, and I was done. And so when Lee Wilson came and said, he was like, man, what you telling me? And when he explained it, I was like, it can't be. That can't be. It was like that's Wakanda. That's a myth.
He's talking about youth ministry. He didn't think that the youth had their own ministry, their own music.
Because when I was singing behind Pastor Dollar, you know, he was suited and booted. He was clean, and I had on the white robe with layers. I had a suit on under that mug, and I was just, you know, thought that was it. And God led me to youth ministry with the culture in there. So when somebody gave me or showed me the way, all of everything, the clubs with black doing when the dude got knocked out, all the stuff that the club, all that stuff was like, man, if I would have had this as an option, I would never have chosen that. The strip club and all the other places that I tried to perform. I was trying to perform at a pool party, you know, and start ministering, baby, God loves you. Like, what in the world is that? And so I'm saying, if the kingdom, if we would tell our kids, would show or make somebody hot and that's make 1K few hot. That's why we try to push them West End shout to make them hot so that people can see, nah, bro, we're not the alternative. I'm not the alternative to nothing.
We're the way.
Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the light. I'm not the alternative. We got to show them the way. So that's how we keep getting caught up, is because the people that have the opportunity and the power won't step up. This one lady that came to Free Life, and I don't know her name, so I don't know the church, but she said, I've been in that church a long time. I love that church, but my 14-year-old is tapped out. And she said, the deacons got that mug on lock. and they won't change for nothing, and the youth ministry is 50-something years old.
Yeah.
And so I felt like the people that have the power, the people that have some type of influence, need to say what is. You know what I'm saying? And if all of our, if Church of God in Christ, Full Gospel, PAW, AME, all of these came and we picked one kid to support, that joker would be quadruple platinum. He would be out of here, and he would change the trajectory of our kids.
Support all of them. You know, I say fine. Yeah, I think everybody. Why not the coaches that had their own hip hop record label? Like,
say that. Wait, put the camera on him. Say that again.
But to me, that's
no. You need to say it again.
Yeah, but I'm saying
say it again, because that's
Please
it.
Say it again,
say it again.
Yeah, coaches need to have their own hip hop record, like and AME and Baptist, all of them. But to me, that's still going, like seeing the dynamic and it going. Those like take the challenge past the rapper. And then it challenges the church. Then it challenges the community. It challenges everybody else. It challenges the upcoming rappers. Okay, I can change that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, it's gonna be the content. It's gonna be the content.
I'm saying, look at the game. Look at the big. See the big picture. When you're trying to, cause see, I gotta get out the hood is the small picture, and that's all they see. I gotta get out the hood. I gotta get out of this situation by any means necessary. That's what they see. That's a small picture. If you see the big picture, and then the challenge, the bigger picture challenge goes to the bigger audience, the bigger community. I think everybody inside of that now has a decision to make, not just the rapper.
Yeah, I think the narrative of a kid.
And one thing else, I wanted to go back. I let you talk, but I didn't want to break you up. But my father did tell us what not to listen to. Hey, turn that music. You know you don't listen to that on Sunday. You can listen to secular on Sundays.
Oh, you can listen to it on Monday though.
It might slide.
Now, your mama let y'all listen to secular music?
Nah, it was like slide, but definitely not on Sunday. Now, but turn that, you know better. You don't listen to that music on Sunday. Sunday was the Lord's day. So
now my mama didn't let us listen to that. But listen to secular at all.
Yeah, but I had to listen outside my parents' house. But what I'm saying is,
now, but we didn't have.
Yes.
Get a whooping right now.
We didn't have.
Let's talk about that. Why is it only on Sunday you couldn't hear it? Like it was okay on all the other days.
That's the sanctified day.
Did your mom and daddy listen to old school like secular?
No, that contemporary gospel was the R&B.
Well then, but they were okay with y'all listening to secular outside of outside of Sunday?
It wasn't like in the house. If it was playing outside or something like that, it wasn't like, but it was like Sunday. This the Lord's day. We sanctified. You know better. Yada yada yada. But what I'm saying is
hilarious.
that
how her daddy was.
Yeah.
But
he played everything else.
Everything else all week. I listened to everything
with him.
That's how the radio was,
like
on radio, they would play secular music Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday morning.
But at our family reunion, they always play, all the old school junk. I got on the dance floor and my auntie's like, "Ooh, Edmonds, y'all know your daddy gonna get y'all for dancing." Like they knew my parents were sanctified. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But what that did, and him telling me what not to, what it did, that's how God's Sons was birthed. Is because we created our own option. We're like, okay, we ain't got nothing else. Let's just do our own. We didn't hear the first gospel rap we ever heard was us. No, we ain't hear we did not hear God. We found out later, gospel gangsters. We found out later that the first person we heard outside of us was a dude called A1 Swift.
A1 Swift, yep.
That was the first. It was like, hey,
yeah, he was hot.
He was like God is a G or something like that. I was like, no, it was him. And then the first one in the city we heard was Mark J.
Oh yeah.
We went to Athens. We went to Athens and we saw Mark J on stage doing a song, "We Wrestle, Not Against the Flesh and the Blood."
Yeah,
not
Mark
against
J.
the flesh and the blood.
Him.
So that was the first, and then first person we connected. We're like, yo, after the show, we're like, hey man, we ain't know. Okay, you from Atlanta? Oh, and then that's how we built a relationship with Mark J. And the next person might have been Ricardo Flo or something like that. But then that's when holy hip hop came.
Yeah.
And the radio came, and that's when we heard Corey Red and Precise. Yeah. That's when we heard Gospel Gang.
Other guys.
That's when we heard Cross Movement. We didn't know anything outside of Atlanta.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're in the kingdom. You're in church. And that's why you were able to say, okay, I love rap, but there's nobody else. There's only A1 Swift. There's only Mark J. Let's create God's son. Let's do the music.
We didn't hear anybody.
Okay, so you didn't hear So you did it for yourself.
No, they heard secular.
Right. What I'm saying is, if you have the boy who's not in church,
Kirk Franklin was doing the reason why we Melodies of Heaven when we started rapping.
You didn't grow up in church. You didn't live that life. How do you translate into the kingdom?
You gotta have the opportunity. You gotta push the artists up. You got the
Who's
opportunity.
they? Is it the church or is that
the church?
The rapper, like you're saying?
It's gotta be the
church. Because the kingdom as a whole.
Yeah,
it needs to be the
should be church.
Because white people pushing it to their kids. They doing it.
Yeah. We need to do what I saw them do at that real estate thing. Everybody just help each other, and put your thing. Not on the back burner, but just
thing, bro. Use another word.
Yeah, put your business or whatever you come up to, whatever.
You put it on the back burner. What's wrong with this man,
bro? You're hearing wrong, bro. Yeah. But and help each other. That climate in that room was so different, and I was like, bro, this is not what we came. So
you think Church of God in Christ will help PAW or
that's what I'm
Full
talking
Gospel?
About. That's what I want to get
help
to.
each other. Like
would they do?
We'll help black people start helping one another. You know, then you got somebody out of your circle that
you got to break the stronghold of division first.
Come on. Come on.
Like that's one of the reasons why it don't work is because what you come out of really ain't big enough to support you. You actually need the help of AME or you need the help of this.
I don't feel like we got a darkness problem. We got a light problem.
Yeah, I mean, division is darkness.
I don't feel like what I'm saying is the division that's happening
is in the kingdom.
In the kingdom, because if the kingdom straighten up, the darkness. They can't.
Jesus said, "A kingdom divided amongst itself shall not stand."
So we can't. Yeah. So we don't
have legs to walk on.
That's why I don't push this narrative to the community. I don't push this narrative to the rappers. I push it to us.
It's us.
The people that have a power to change it. You know what I'm saying? I don't push it to them. They don't know. They're gonna put out what they
They don't know what.
They don't know. They only know what they see.
Right.
Like they don't know about the kingdom, but I think you don't have to be a Christian and know the difference between good and evil. You really don't.
But when you're
a Christian and know that there's
if you're raised around something, you're just really saying what you see.
I know. I do agree with that. They raised around that. That's what I'm saying. They may not know the depths of it, but I mean, if you see evil, you know what it is. You know if it's violence,
I think there are some people who don't know.
Money, and you have kids, you can't possibly tell me that any parent would want their kids to be in something like that.
I think there are people that don't know. There are people who are raised by two mothers who never look at, you raised with two mothers, your friend has only a mom, and so you don't see that this is not right. So you think that this is okay. You don't see it as sin. You don't see it. You don't know it because.
But most of the rappers
I feel like it's
up.
not like that stuff is not. It's not only exclusive to Christians. I really feel like it's not. Like God has put that on our heart to know the difference between good and evil. You know that it's damaging the community. People have been saying it for a long time. It's all over social media. They have to have some sort of accountability. Yes, Christians. I don't feel like it has to be one way. I agree with you. Sorry, I agree with you, and I agree with you. Both of y'all are needed. If you feel like it needs to be done that way, you go and do it that way. If you feel like it needs to be done that way, you do it that way. But at the end of the day, there has to be accountability on the people still, the community.
It does.
Whether it's you, me, or people out there, they have kids.
But a lot of times, Scripture talks about how could they hear unless somebody preach. Right. That speaks
the gospel.
We're
talking about moral stuff.
But that speaks to leadership. That most of you have one rapper. Mm-hmm. There was a song called White Tea back in. I don't know if you knew.
Yep, my white tea.
Yeah, everything.
I'm a late millennial, so I get it.
Wait, you know.
I'm a late millennial.
You were born in what?
96.
1999.
I'm a late
December 31st, 1999. So when that record came out, you walked down, you drive down Old National.
Boy,
everybody got on white tees.
Yeah.
All right. And the thing about it is, one rap or one song can change the culture to something else. I remember they had these haircuts back in the day. There was this rapper that had a haircut.
The slant.
And Biggie said something about that rapper.
That was Kwame. I remember that.
And immediately that haircut
went away.
Was gone. Because of the power of one. Not the song wasn't about him. Not even the verse was about him. He said a little bar in a verse that changed the fact that now it's totally lame now to have a haircut. And so that is the power of the culture, you know, and how powerful rap is.
And it came by way of Bobby Brown.
Yeah, I was going to say that was Bobby.
Yeah. It came by Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown started it.
Yeah, started it.
But it got him rap, and then he was like, "Man, that sucks." Basically, what he said in his rap, and so he killed that Joker career too. Anyway, but I'm saying that we have that same power. These kids are talented in church, can rap, can do all type of music. Yeah. You said it. Kojic should have their own rap label. PAW should have their own rap label. What's the other? Full Gospel should have their own rap label, because all of the kids are looking outside when everything could be taken care of. Like, if we could give these kids the opportunity, plus the culture we take back. And then, because you got some kids.
The challenge got to go to everybody.
It does, but it's shown have got to come to us.
Yeah, it got to go to denominations.
And what happens is we don't do our part.
The bishops, the presiding bishops, the boards need to hear this white man say this.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. It got to go more to the rapper. Take this to the bishop and let the bishops, the leading board of the bishops, sit down, watch this video, and see what's happening, and put a long list of rappers that died in the last 5 years. Okay, he died. He got shot.
Months.
He got shot in front of his store. He got shot in a car lot. He got shot in the parking lot. He got shot just hanging around at a dice game. He got shot doing this. And this, when I watch this video, and let them see and understand, okay, let's do something about this. That's what I'm saying. Let's take the challenge everywhere.
And so I think, too, when they do that, which is right, they should do that, they're going to say, what do we do? Because it's tough to do something when you don't have a desire for music, you don't have a desire for the music industry, you don't have a, so what do we do?
It's a win if we can get to that question. That's a win. If we get to that question, that's a win.
Well, I mean, we here.
Yeah.
So we kingdom.
And if you love the kids in your church, then that should motivate you to do something.
If we can get them to say, well, what do we do? That's a win.
Because I had a conversation similar to with the bishop, and he was sitting there like, and I was like, you don't agree with me. He said, it's not that I don't agree with you. I have never heard this ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I said,
you would think it was a moral thing, but he
just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are just doing church and they don't have.
He said he don't know how to do it.
No, he's never heard the information that I was giving him.
He didn't see it as a problem, like
to even see that he has to do something about it.
Right,
so when we're to the point to say, all right, what do we do? Some of them are really with making a change, but like we did with the Preacher Man video that we really lived out loud. Like we went into a church that was totally against us expressing ourselves to God, saying things like G-O-D, Jesus, you know, the two main words out of the scripture that you should pay attention to. Yeah. We were saying those words in a rap form, and they were totally like, no, we choose to reach the youth a different way, you know. And so with that, man, you know, when they come up with the challenge of, when they do get to the question of what do we do, are you willing to do it?
Right, that part. Yeah. Which means you have to change.
Are you willing? Yeah, okay. You get all the research. That's what I say. You get all the research. You do everything. Yeah. You got it.
Are you willing? That's the challenge.
And then you get it. And then you won't change.
Yeah. Right.
And that's the challenge.
Man, the challenge need to go to them.
And so that's why I don't wait.
It's a challenge.
You know, we've been doing it for 7 years about what's going on and fighting gun violence and all that. We've been doing it as a culture, as a church, and I believe that God is getting ready to take this thing and blow on it. But we Fear Life had to mature to the point to whereas we had to go through different seasons and type of things. But I understand that, man, if you don't worship with your family in this culture, with their culture, then you continue to demonize it. No. If I don't allow you to express yourself, I'm automatically telling you that God don't like that.
Oh, man.
No.
And so you take it out to the world. It's like, man, he don't like my face, my hair.
Yeah.
It's
shameful for a man to have.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
It's shameful, man.
Or that hat backwards.
Yeah.
And that necklace. You think God is in that
don't
necklace?
Like that.
Yeah.
You think God is in that gold on your glasses?
Well, he made it. Yes.
You know, you.
He put it in the garden.
Right. Man.
Right.
So a lot of people won't make moves, and that's why I just decided, I I mean, I talk to y'all and debate it, but I ain't debating nobody else. I mean, I'm putting the culture, we worship in the culture, with the culture. And then we are now growing, not even growing up, growing out to sing other songs. We doing the glory, glory, hallelujah, which is just a different expression of worship, you know, but it still got a little hip hop beat in it, but it's still a worship song.
Some people have an issue with that.
Yeah, but the thing about people having issues, CAJO don't care.
Yeah.
Because me having debates with people who are alive while kids are dying.
Yeah, and you're going to heaven? Why am I debating with
I'm not debating with them no more. Go to the church that best suits you. Worship how you worship. This is how I'm going to raise my kids. This is how I'm going to do certain things. And this is what God telling me to say and do. And because I feel like, you know, when they see a woman of God who worshiping, they see a woman of God that's married and dedicated, and we're a family. We got to give them what is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to give them what is, and that's what I'm telling you. Hey, this is what's it right now. You know. All right, we way over time. We love y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
And make sure you get the Jazz and Jokes.
Yes.
In 2 days.
Yes.
On Friday.
Yes.
Let's make it happen, people.
Yes.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Then we'll see y'all the day after that, and then we'll see y'all live at Jazz and Jokes.
Yes.
This Friday night.
Yes.
All right. Like and share.
Preach.
Since you're watching, since you're watching, like and share. Everything came together in the booth. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. For us, it really helps us out. And if you listen and give us a 5-star review and we got on any whatever platform you listen to, we hit it with a bada boom, bada bing.
You know what it is when we in the booth. Speaking to the host, speaking to the end. And no matter what, we gon' tell the truth. See time poppers, you gon' see the fruit. Put the king tank, gotta pull it for the roof. Get it, best to get the bag, gotta get the loot. Find another way to preach, we don't need a suit. Turn the boom in the game, we can put the proof. But my mama, boy, if you saying something that ain't in the Bible, you be like, what that?
The gospel happened.
We have to know the word, but my mama, boy.